This all relates back to testing. And you know, these guys didn't test. And Goodyear's bringing new tires, all this stuff. These are things that these guys are really logging laps, Johnny. I think we're going to see some motor failures today because of the time logged on these engines trying to figure out the car to get it as fast as you can get it.
Another very crucial part of the car today is going to be that engine. For more on that, let's go to Wendy Venturini.
Thanks, John. You scared me. My heart skipped a beat. I thought, what did Spence say now? But nonetheless, when we come to California, it's all about engines because this track is really hard on engines. Now, David Courier, who's with TRD, the Vice President of Engine Engineering, I want to ask about these engines here at Auto Club Speedway because you guys really have to prepare differently for this race because this racetrack is so hard on engines. How do you get them prepared for this kind of race?
Well, we do a lot of durability testing. This is kind of our benchmark, our worst case for high RPM and long duty. They run a lot of RPM and they run it for a long period of time here, longer than most of the tracks. So it's our tough benchmark that we have to run our dynos a lot to basically confirm that they can handle this kind of distance.
Now, we do know at Joe Gibbs Racing, the hauler behind us, Kyle Busch, they have their engine department, and TRD focuses with Michael Waltrip Racing and Team Red Bull when they have their engine issues. We've seen them this weekend at Auto Club Speedway. Have you been able to put your finger on with the lifter issue? What exactly have you solved that problem for this weekend?
Well, we've basically made some adjustments. We had a problem similar to what we had back in Daytona, which is similar to what a lot of people in the Cup Garage have experienced with the solid lifters. And we ran into that problem yet again here this weekend. So now we've basically switched some parts and done some extra inspections to put in good parts that are proven and somewhat used so that we know that we're solid for the race.
Now, we were discussing this earlier today. We were trying to figure out if teams are putting more laps on the engines during practice sessions now that testing has been done away with. Do teams come to these racetracks and essentially put more laps on these engines during practice, trying to get more time under their belt, trying to get the car more comfortable?
We see a little bit more running time, but not very much. I mean, with NASCAR limiting the schedule and the amount of time they can actually be on the track, then they go through their sequence. But so they try and squeeze in a little bit more, but without testing instrumentation and all the data acquisition stuff, then they don't really run, much more than they typically would on a race weekend.
All right, thanks to David Courier for joining us. I think, I didn't kill him too bad. I know Spence, if he was here, he'd probably really drill you, but I'm pretty easy, so. Hi, Johnny.
Wendy's the kinder, gentler reporter here on race day. We're going to take another quick break, but when we come back, a couple of guys we haven't heard from in a while, Jeremy Mayfield and Clint Boyer will come by and join us here in the shadows of the San Bernardino.